This is Celebrity Psych Test, where we probe the personalities of famous faces.
Are you ready to take the test?
I'm chomping at the bit.
As they answer a series of statements in our tailor-made test.
It can be quite difficult when they try to do that huggy, kissy, snogging bollocks.
Our very own psych tester is going to analyse their answers.
He was able to see the real me so quickly.
And give them the very revealing results.
You are a massive show-off, and you like being the centre of attention.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
How well do they know themselves?
You have to live in this body, so surely you want to know everything about yourself, and this is the way to find out everything about yourself.
How well do you know them?
I let people think I'm one sort of person, bubbly, outgoing, but really, I've got all those insecurities.
We're about...
Yeah, I'm more or less ready.
To find out. So, who's in the hot seat today? Blue boy band legend and Hollyoaks heartthrob, Duncan James.
I'm an Aries, first of all. So I do have a volcano inside me that can erupt.
And tattoo fixer's real talking receptionist, Paisley Billings.
Others would describe my personality like quite bubbly, loud, but that's if they catch me on a good day. If I'm in a bad mood, then they might think something else.
Let's hope it's a good day then, shall we? Sit down on our nice, comfy chair, celebrities, and we'll begin.
Are you ready to take the test?
I'm ready to take the test, babe.
Yeah.
I am the life and soul of the party.
I think it depends how much alcohol I've had. If I was drunk, then yeah, I'd definitely be quite lively. Or if I wasn't really drinking, I'd be more quiet and shy and just watch people. So I would say neutral, because I can be both ends.
I strongly agree, because I love dancing, and like if there's a dance floor, I will be the first one on and the last one off, and I'll be in the middle the whole time.
My moods are up and down all the time.
I agree with this, and sometimes it's not even day to day. Sometimes it will be I'm having a really amazing morning, and then bad mood. Walk around looking like I dropped my ice cream or something.
My emotions are all over the place.
I would say maybe 5 years ago, I would agree with that statement. My emotions were pretty much all over the place from a unhealthy relationship I got myself involved in that caused me to be distracted with 99% of my things that was going on. But now I'm in a much better place within myself, happier place in myself, balanced place within myself. I would say right now, I disagree with that.
I only do things when I am positive they are morally right.
I agree with this, I think. I wouldn't do something that was wrong.
I disagree. I'd like to think that I was brought up with good morals, and I do like to do things morally correct, but I think sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment or you're stressed out or something's going on, you make bad decisions, and those decisions can come back to bite you on the bum.
I can't be doing with discussions about the meaning of life.
I disagree with this statement. I feel like you can learn a lot about a person if you discuss deep things like the meaning of life with them.
I have a belief in God and spirituality, so I like to think that we're all balls of energy, and I kind of agree in my head that I think that we've been here before, we have different past lives. I've had something called past life regression, I've had something called future life regression, and I find all of that stuff really, really interesting. Why certain people you meet, you have no reason why the connection between each other is so strong. You just met them, it's just like, okay, I must have met you in a past life or something.
I am always forgetting where I put things.
I'm gonna have to strongly agree. I do forget where I put things all the time. I lost my gym membership card for about 3 months, so I just decided not to go. My keys. Never lose my phone, though, because it's always in my hand.
100% agree. Strongly agree. I'm a nightmare. I will put something down, 1 minute later, I've forgotten where I've put it, and then I'm looking and I can't remember where I've put it. My memory, as I'm getting older, is getting terrible. When I start putting the keys in the fridge, then I've got to start worrying.
I have a wide vocabulary.
See, words pop up that I don't know all the time, but I do love talking, and I feel like my vocabulary might be slightly better or wider than other people, so I'm going to say agree.
I disagree. Being in a band, you tend to just revert to swearing quite a lot. My grandparents would be rolling in their grave. Public school was wasted on you, Duncan.
It doesn't take much to get me upset.
Agree. I'm quite sensitive and I cry loads all the time. I could fall over and cry. I won't just be upset from the pain, I'll be upset from embarrassment.
I agree with that. I can get upset. I'm sensitive, sometimes too sensitive. A good example is if I'm having a massage, right, and somebody is they're just doing that. I'm like, what are you doing? Can you go harder, please? And they go a little bit harder, and I'm like, oh, I just lay there for the whole hour, and in my head, I'm just like hating every minute, thinking I really, really, really need to get out of this situation. And I feel myself getting really twitchy, which is, yeah, I get upset. Do you know what I mean, though, about a massage? You want somebody to just really get a bloody elbow in, or just get in there.
I prefer to have a solid plan rather than improvise things as I go.
I agree with that, but it doesn't necessarily agree with me. So, for instance, I want to go on holiday and I know what I want to book and I know where I want to go and I'm kind of all prepared for it. But when I get there, all of that goes out the window and I just end up improvising what to do on a day-to-day basis. Normally have a better time doing that, so, yeah.
Strongly disagree. I just want to improvise everything in life. I just go with the flow. Me and my mate were chilling one evening, having some wine, and then the next day I woke up in Ibiza. Like, you just go with it.
Brown-nosing powerful people is a good idea.
I think it's nice to be charming and it's nice to be polite to people, but brown-nosing, I think that's a bit fake, innit? I'm neutral to that.
Brown-nosing can get you places, but how are you going to feel when you get there and your nose is covered in poo? Like, not great. It's going to smell. So, yeah, it's not a good idea. Disagree.
I have a pretty wild imagination.
I agree with that. Do you know what, I've sometimes thought about just doing something completely different with my life and just thought, wow, wouldn't it be fun just to, like, go up to maybe, like, Machu Picchu and try some ayahuasca and see what happens. That could be kind of pretty wild.
I strongly agree with this. I'm a massive daydreamer. On my way here, actually, I was daydreaming about if we all had pet pigs and we had to walk them, would we would we have harnesses on them, or would we have a collar on them? Like, because with my dog, I put a harness on her so that I can, like, proper, like, get her if I need to. And I was just like, I was wondering about whether pigs would prefer a harness or a collar. And that's just, it's a little bit random, isn't it?
Test complete.
Cool.
Woohoo! I finished!
I think I was honest, wasn't I? Why are you looking at me like that?
I was talking to a telly. Normally, I'm sort of in the telly, ain't I? But yeah, she was cool. We had fun.
Our psych tester Lee has compared their answers with thousands of others who've taken the test. It looks at 6 different personality traits, including how outgoing our celebrities are.
You're a huge extrovert. You love being in the spotlight, performing and being around other people.
I have always been like this. I remember my mum telling me this story, how we were at this holiday place and there was, like, a show going on and I literally unbuckled myself from my buggy, ran up on the stage and stood there. Like, and I think I was about, like, 3 or 4 years old. I've always been like that.
Despite his pop star past, Duncan comes out as less of a show-off than Paisley.
When it comes to being extroverted or introverted, you're quite balanced.
Right.
You can be outgoing when you feel like it. However, there are times when you want to shy away from the limelight.
I can be like life and the soul of the party 1 minute and I could be just like that person hiding in the corner the next, so it depends.
Being in the limelight, you've got to know when to turn it on and turn it off,
Yeah.
and it sounds like you know that sort of...
Yeah.
The test also looks at our celebrities' emotional stability.
You're very emotionally sensitive. It doesn't take much to change your mood up or down.
I feel like if I clock that I'm a bit down, because sometimes I don't realise, but as soon as I do, I'm like, right, Paisley, take a time out, just sit away from everything, probably in front of a fan, because I get real hot and sweaty sometimes, and just chill out. 5, 10 minutes, then I'm good.
Duncan's results suggest that while he doesn't get as upset as easily as Paisley, it still doesn't take much to cheese him off.
You get easily irritated, however, it sounds like you've got some great coping mechanisms in place to help you with that irritation.
In my past, I went through a whole stage of being into meditation. I used to go to lots of yoga retreats. I went and did a silent retreat.
Oh, wow.
Literally, nobody talked to anybody for 10 days. And day 4, I started crying. I didn't know why. It just brings out a lot of stuff. You need to give yourself that time.
The test also looks at how conscientious our celebrities are.
You're a very spontaneous person. You understand the need for schedules and plans, but outside of work, they go out the window.
When I come home from work, I mean, the last thing I want to do is start cleaning the house or tidying up.
Yeah.
I'm just not one of them people that wants to just start doing that. I'd rather just live in chaos at home.
The test also has Paisley down as an off-the-cuff person, but even more so than Duncan.
You're incredibly spontaneous and impulsive, so you like going with the flow and don't like making plans.
If there's no plan, you can't let people down. Or if there's no plan, they can't let you down, because the plan's not going to get cancelled. Like, there is no plan. Just prefer to just go with the flow.
What's interesting about this character trait for you? Impulsive and spontaneous people can often misplace things and can be forgetful.
Yeah, that's me through and through. But I kind of knew that, so I'm like, at least I know myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Out of our 6 personality traits, Paisley's standout results suggest that she's extremely outgoing and loves being the centre of attention, that it often doesn't take much to get her upset, and that she's incredibly spontaneous and impulsive. Compared to everyone else who's taken this test, Duncan seems comfortable in the spotlight, but craves it less than Paisley. He also gets wound up easily. And, like Paisley, he likes to go with the flow, although he can be organised when he needs to be. Now it's all over, what do our celebs think about their results?
To find out that I'm quite a grounded person is quite refreshing to know.
It felt like I was getting a school report, and it was really good. Like, I'm quite a cool person.